everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today's Academy Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in Academy Android application. So in this app course you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document and also category wise revision ebooks which are optimized for reading on your mobile itself. Apart from it, you are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. Please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 15th of December 2021. Starting with very first question. Where was the 22nd Missile Vessel Squadron, Killer Squadron formally established? So the 22nd Missile Vessel Squadron was formally established at Mumbai, and Indian President Ramnath Kovind will award the President's Standard to the 22nd Missile Vessel Squadron, also known as Killer Squadron. Actually, President Standard is the same honor as the President Color Awards given to a smaller military unit. Okay. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that the Indian American mathematician Nikhil Srivastava has been jointly selected for the Cyprian Foyers Prize along with Adam Marcus and Daniel Spillman. Then recently Gedan Prize has been given to CEO of Pratham Education Foundation, Rukmini Banerjee, obviously for her work in improving the learning outcomes. Also do remember that Anne C. Young has recently won the women's singles title in BWF World Tour Finals 2021. Now last month, BMC has drafted MCAP, that is Mumbai Climate Action Plan, to tackle the climate challenges, and MCAP is a comprehensive roadmap that outlines specific activities to reduce the emissions and meet the goals of Paris Agreement. And it was drafted with the technical support from World Resources Institute, India. Now can you tell me, Maharashtra Bhushan Award, which is the highest civilian award of Maharashtra, has been conferred to which personality? Please write in the comment section. Now question number 2. Which state has approved to implement Atmanirbhar Krishak Integrated Development Scheme? So the Uttar Pradesh government has given its approval to implement Atmanirbhar Krishak Integrated Development Scheme in the state from 2021 to 22. And under this scheme, 1,475 farmer producer organizations will be formed in the next 3 years in each block of the state. Also, it will help to achieve the target of utilizing the budget of 1,000 crores allotted by the center under Agricultural Infrastructure Fund. Okay. Now, apart from it, the Kerala Tourism has recently launched the Street Project in selected places in total of 7 districts, and the project would help the visitors experience the diversity of offerings in those places. What does STREET stands for? It is Sustainable, Tangible, Responsible, Experiential, Ethnic Tourism. Okay. Now apart from it, Indian Organ Donation Day celebrations has been recently organized by National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization in New Delhi recently. Do remember that India now ranks at 3rd in the world only after USA and China in terms of organ donation. Okay. Now a few days back also we have seen that Ministry of Earth Sciences is implementing a scheme named as ACROSS, which stands for Atmospheric Climate Science and Services, and caters to aspect of weather and climate services. So recently Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approved the continuation of this particular scheme from 14th Finance Commission to next Finance Commission cycle, that is 2021 to 2026, at an estimated cost of nearly 2,135 crore rupees. Okay. Then also Ministry of Earth Sciences is implementing a scheme named as OSMART. Full form is Ocean Services Modeling, Application Resources and Technology. And aim is to provide forecast and services based on the continuous observation of oceans. And there are 7 sub-schemes to this umbrella scheme which are implemented by 5 institutions. Okay. Question number 3. Minsk agreements seen sometimes in the news are associated with which country? Actually, recently USA has warned the Russia not to invade Ukraine and urged both the countries to return to the agreements designed to end a separatist war by Russian speakers in eastern Ukraine. Actually, in the year 2014, Ukraine and Russia, backed separatists, agreed a 12-point ceasefire deal in the capital of Belarus, Minsk. And representatives of Russia, Ukraine, OSCE and the leaders of 2 pro-Russian separatist regions signed a 13-point agreement in 2015 in Minsk, and this is known as Minsk Agreement. Okay. Now apart from it, India has signed agreement for procurement of 6 lakh AK-203 rifles from Russia. Then the first 2+2 ministerial dialogue is to take place in New Delhi, and it will be held at the Foreign and Defense Ministers level, and this will cover political and defense related issues of mutual interest. Okay. Also in the previous lecture we have seen that US has announced a diplomatic boycott of the 2022 Winter Olympics in China. And the White House announced that no official delegation would be sent to the games because of concerns about China's human rights record. Okay. Question number 4. Nai Manzil, Seekho aur Kamao and Ustad schemes are implemented by which union ministry? So the Union Ministry of Minority Affairs is implementing various skill development schemes including Nai Manzil, Seekho aur Kamao and Ustad. And as per the ministry, over 6.5 lakh youths have so far received the training under these particular schemes for skill development of minorities. Then Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship has launched the ASEEM portal. What does ASEEM stands for? It is Atmanirbhar Skilled Employees Employer Mapping. And this is being managed by National Skill Development Corporation. So the portal acts as a platform that matches the supply of skilled workforce with the market demand. Okay. And as of July, 1.3 crore candidates have been registered on ASEEM portal. Fine. Now apart from it, the Ministry of Coal has set up Mission Coking Coal to develop a roadmap for increasing production and utilization of domestic coking coal. And the recently formed Interministerial Committee has submitted its recommendations to augment the coking coal production in India. And the committee headed by the Additional Secretary under Ministry of Coal gave 13 recommendations. Now can you tell me which union ministry is implementing the Pradhan Mantri Kusum scheme, and Kusum stands for Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Utthan Mahabhiyan. So this is implemented by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. And under this particular scheme, subsidy is given for setting up solar pumps and for the solarization of agricultural pumps. So recently Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has issued advisory for public on Pradhan Mantri Kusum scheme, providing cautions against the fraud links. Okay. Question number 5. U-2 moon rover, which was making news recently, was launched by which country? So this is a robotic lunar rover which was launched in 2018 as a part of Chang'e 4 mission to the moon. So this is from China. And why it is in news? Because the rover has recently detected a strange looking cube-shaped object on the surface of moon. And the rover spotted the object as it crossed the Von Karman crater on the far side of the moon, and the object has been dubbed Mystery House, and scientists are set to drive the rover closer to get a better look. Now apart from it, Hong Kong implemented its new zero drug policy, and with the implementation of new rules, travelers from USA will be subjected to highest tier of quarantine measures, having some of the strict anti-COVID policies worldwide. So Hong Kong will make USA the first country outside Africa to be placed under the quarantine center order since Omicron variant was first detected in the month of November. Now apart from it, China successfully launched 3 new remote sensing satellites belonging to the Yaogan 3-5 family, and they were launched by a Long March 2D carrier rocket. Then Australia Space Agency announced plans to send an Australian-made rover to the moon by 2026 under a deal with NASA, and this will collect high-resolution data and information on the physical and chemical composition of lunar dust, soil and rocks with the goal of finding water on its surface. Question number 6. Which airline is said to be the first to use sustainable aviation fuel? So British Airways will become the first airline to use sustainable aviation fuel produced on a commercial scale in the UK after signing the agreement with Phillips 66 Limited. Actually, this is a lower carbon intensity fuel that can be produced from renewable feedstock such as waste vegetable oil, fat and greases, and it will be supplied to the British Airways to power many of its flights from early 2022. Okay. Now apart from it, the International Civil Aviation Organization, which is a United Nations body, is the nodal agency to manage and ensure cooperation among various air carriers, and headquarters lies in Canada. Actually, International Civil Aviation Day is observed on 7th of December to raise awareness about the role aviation plays in the social and economic development. And this council establishes a theme for International Civil Aviation Day every 5 years, and the theme till 2023 is Advancing Innovation for Global Aviation Development. Okay. Now apart from it, Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia had inaugurated the first direct flight on Shillong to Dibrugarh sector in the month of October, and this flight was made operational under the Regional Connectivity Scheme UDAN, which stands for Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. Actually, UDAN 4.1 was launched in 2020, and under this phase 78 new routes were approved to enhance connectivity across remote and regional areas in India, and it focuses on connecting smaller airports, special helicopters and seaplane routes. Okay. Question number 7. With reference to space science, what is Leonard? Actually, a bright comet in the northern skies was spotted in November this year, and it is comet C2021A1, also known as Leonard. So this comet was first discovered around Jupiter in January 2021, and the comet was picked up by the telescope with a greenish coma at the heart of NGC 4631, also known as Whale Galaxy. And yes, the comet Leonard will grow brighter in the month of December. Okay. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that the NASA astronomers have recently developed a next generation impact monitoring algorithm called Sentry-2, and it aims to evaluate the near Earth asteroids impact probabilities. So this new system improves the capabilities of NASA JPL's Center for Near Earth Object Studies to assess the impact risk of asteroids that can come closer to our planet Earth. Now apart from it, IXPE, that is Imaging X-ray Polarimetry Explorer mission, is the first satellite dedicated to measure the polarization of X-rays from a variety of cosmic sources such as black holes and neutron stars. And the project is a collaboration between NASA and Italian Space Agency. Okay. Question number 8. When is the Armed Forces Flag Day observed every year? So this day is observed every year on 7th of December, and the day is meant to honor our martyrs and the brave soldiers who served this country. So it is also known as India's Flag Day, and it is dedicated to raise funds from Indian citizens for the welfare of the Indian Army, and India has been celebrating this day every year since August 1949. Now apart from it, we have seen that International Volunteer Day is observed on 5th of December to encourage the role of volunteers at national and international level for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. And the theme for this year was Volunteer Now for Our Common Future. Now apart from it, World Arthritis Day is observed every year on 12th of October to raise awareness about the existence and impact of this disease. And the theme for this year was Do Not Delay, Connect Today. Then World Animal Day is observed on 4th of October to address the plight of animals and work towards their protection. Now can you tell me, when do we observe World Space Week? And the theme for this year was Women in Space. And this theme was chosen so as to create more awareness in the issues of gender diversity in the field of space sector and identify the obstacles that women face while entering the space related careers. Okay. Question number 9. Which country is to play host to the multi-nation disaster management exercise PANEX 21? Actually, Indian Army is organizing a multi-nation disaster management exercise being called as PANEX 21. And the exercise will involve BIMSTEC countries basically, which are these: Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand and India. So this is planned to be conducted at Pune from 20th of December to 22nd of December with a special focus on relief in the background of COVID-19 pandemic. Correct answer is option number B. Now apart from it, recently Defense Research and Development Organization has successfully tested the vertical launch short range surface to air missile from the integrated test range Chandipur of the coast of Odisha. And the launch of the missile system was conducted to certify the integrated operations of all the weapon system components. Okay. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that the 11th edition of exercise Kuvarin between India and Maldives is to be conducted in Maldives. And this will help in understanding terrorism issues both on land and sea and conducting the counter-terrorism and counter-insurgency operations. Okay. Now coming to last question. What is the average national income of the Indian adult population as per the World Inequality Report 2022? So this report, which was released recently, according to it, India is among the most unequal countries in the world with rising poverty and an affluent elite, and the report highlights that the top 10% and top 1% in India holds 57% and 22% of the total income respectively, and the bottom 50% of India holds only 30% of this share. Okay, so the average national income of Indian adult population is nearly 2.04 lakh. Now apart from it, the researchers at Indian Institute of Science have found out that hydrogen sulfide gas can suppress the HIV. And the team have ascertained that increased hydrogen sulfide in the body reduces the rate at which the HIV virus multiplies in the immune cells. So this finding will pave the way for developing a more comprehensive therapy against HIV. Okay. One question for you. You have to tell me what was the theme of World AIDS Day for this year. Please write in the comments. Now let us start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.